Johnny, this is where that happens. This is where you make that real.
And this is also a great opportunity
All right,
for
here
them.
we go.
Considering
Yeah, he's saying he's going to be on this
first
fucking
map
Pharah,
pick,
just
get the
shitting on
first
him the whole
ban
game.
as
I
well.
already
They've
know it.
earned themselves this advantage going into this lower bracket
Chew on
matchup.
Ana, which is crazy.
Nightmare now. You gotta give them a lot of credit. Their
That's
play
like
has
his,
been
he's insane
superb.
on Ana.
They've been playing with precision.
You should have seen
They
that
haven't
last
made
game
a lot of
yesterday, dude.
mistakes. They've
She
been
was
punishing
going
their
crazy.
opponents, punishing Crazy Racoon
He was hitting
yesterday.
fat ass nades and
Now,
sleeps
like
and
you said,
shit.
they
That's
just need
crazy.
a few of their players to pop off.
Heesang's Pharah has been an absolute weapon on this map. Liv's gonna TP him out. Bridge cross,
All right, they're both
scary,
going
lethal.
Pharah.
Takes a conk, now under a bit of spam pressure. Nightmare may have evaded the worst of it, but Shu's Ana is also on the
Racoon's
field.
on the Ana
He's so
and
cautious
Nightmare
with the amount
on
of spam that
the
can come down.
field
Flip
kill.
on the Tracer.
And
Looking
Tracer
deadly
and
here,
Sojourn
diving in, big
difference.
damage onto lethal, being flanked, cleaned up by Heesang's rocket. Cuppa forced back, Zero falls now, and Racoon have full
already
control
down
of this
two.
first midpoint.
And this is where it gets scary for Nightmare. Playing
They're
on
gonna just
Lucio
play
Kiriko
aggressive. Look at this.
composition, so
Ooh, nice right
oh,
click.
Lethal slots over to the Widowmaker here. Can he find something, perhaps?
Just clearing out the spawn camp, threatening Heesang from any kind of over-aggressive forward spam. But Shu on the Ana,
Yeah, I think
seizing the tempo here.
after
I dare
losing
say
to
the
them
Curious
yesterday
been
or
the far
whatever,
more
I think
popular
they're
pick in this tournament, in this composition. But Shu says
I think
no.
they're coming in with something to prove this
He
time.
says, pass me the ball.
They're trying to
I
make
got
a
this
statement.
one. And honestly, you'd be hard pressed to ignore him the way he's been playing this tournament yesterday. Nice call.
Oh, he just got booped off the map,
drink.
dude.
Nightmare reeling, Crazy Racoon taking everything. They will
Into
be
the
merciless.
drink.
Make no mistake, Johnny. They did not come here for a competitive game. They came here for domination.
I talked about how Nightmare, they haven't committed a lot of mistakes. And
Yeah, I think they're
getting
going to
first
show
pick
out
right
this
like
fucking
that,
series.
That is stuff that just cannot happen. Zero and Admiral, they're taking this little off angle here. Kuffa now, contesting for the point. Besides, thinks better of it,
Kuffa's
but
low.
then
Oh,
falls.
stuck him.
Dead. Shu, low. Nightmare, need to find a counter kill here if they want to make this one winnable. Zero force to recall already. Crazy Racoon regrouping well, taking a bit of spam pressure on the backline, but they're so difficult to fight. And Junmin zapping away at the backline. The cleanup, of course, it's Shu.
Crazy Racoon now with
He would have
ultimate.
died anyway, I think.
Shu has that nano, could apply it
Monkey
onto
right
Junmin.
click is
He's
gonna
saying
kill
as
him,
well.
for sure.
Opportunity for a barrage here. Ultraviolet
Yeah,
has
he's
this
saying with
good pseudo,
Barrage,
but
jumping about
can be
that
hard to stay
Primal.
alive
Shu's got the
long enough to
Nano.
get value out of it.
Nightmare, all I got is
You don't want to drop
Rush.
it
Coming up
too
on beat.
aggressively because you'll get punished, of course. But they're working the bridge here, so I might just go for it.
My eyes are on Shu, man. What can he do with this Nano, with the Ana toolkit? Has the space to work with. They're trying to clear
Yeah, I don't
Junmin off
even.
the
Yeah,
bridge.
you might be
Forces
right.
the
I don't even
back
think
jump.
they've gotten a
Opportunity
single
now for
kill
Nightmare,
yet.
stepping up to the plate. Early V from Admiral. Under pressure, counter dive from Heesang, but finding no
Damn, he
kills.
lifted that,
with the Nano barrage.
he lifted that
Nice on the
barrage.
trade with Junmin
Well,
with the
maybe.
Primal.
Hey, they got a kill.
Player advantage for Crazy Racoon. Nightmare have to fight this one out. Here's the rush from UV. Zera fighting against the world. Surely too much to do. Junbin still healthy on the point. First round slipping out of their grasp. Look, he's saying snatch any shred of hope away from
That's
Nightmare.
it.
And it's
100-0.
100-0 beatdown.
I think they lost the control map last time though
Start hot,
too.
start with
So
something. They got nothing.
I think
Absolutely
Crazy
nothing
Raccoons won the
on board
last
for Nightmare.
first game last time.
A
And
little bit of cope for you though, Jake. I'd say out of the
Bring
three
it.
stages,
We need
out
it.
of the three stages, I'd say this is probably the strongest one for Crazy Raccoon here on Leading Tower.
Pharah looks so dominant. Honestly, I really just always favor the team playing Pharah on Garden, especially in this meta. Just
yeah,
so
Pharah
many
seems really
options for the
strong.
play.
Every time
Whether you're
a team's
diving
played
in, whether you're
Pharah, they've been
spamming,
fucking
knocking people off the
going
map.
beast
Just
mode with it.
puts a lot of pressure. And Nightmare, they need to start fighting back. They cannot give up maps in this series. They cannot allow Crazy Racoon to build up a head of steam. We've seen what the Raccoons will do when they have the opportunity to get aggressive, to stay aggressive, to
Here
put
we
you
go.
on your back
They're
foot.
playing Spiky Boy
Nightmare
this time.
coming out into the mid-fight. It's a fresh round, an opportunity for
Heesang's
Kuffa
still
on
in
the
the
comfort
Pharah.
hazard.
So look to Zero here now on the Tracer, not taking the Pharah duel with Heesang like we've seen Zero do before. Instead opting for the Tracer, more mobility, work these off angles, take these flanks, capitalize on the railgun shots from Lethal. Admiral can't get caught here.
Low, cleaned up, trying to play the
no
off
down.
angle. Shu is low at the same time. Nightmare, maybe they can trade this one back, but Jumpman's Winston. Nothing they can do about him. Just holding down this position with the bubble, denying any kind of a walk-up. And Nightmare, they're reeling right now, Johnny. They're struggling. And Crazy Racoon playing with total confidence. Jumpman over the top on the high ground, ready for that dive if you overstep your mark. Lethal, under pressure on the Sojourn. Now it's Kuffa, forced to back jump,
So
forced
much
out.
damage.
Zero finds
Oh, the
Heesang.
guy
That's
Heesang,
what
though.
they needed. Opening kill, now here's Admirable. Backflanking on the point, starting to poke from the other sides. Nightmare healthy, Junbin is low. This could be the opportunity for a flip, but Crazy Racoon give up
Oh,
nothing for free.
spike wall.
Nice spike wall by Cuppa, catches Lip.
Didn't even have to waste an ultimate
All right, well, they got the
Ultraviolet
flip.
gonna come
At least
up
they're on
from
the
that
board this
Kitsune
time.
Rush, and that'll be a crucial tool. Looking forward to the next fight here. Nightmare. Bit of a gift there from Crazy Racoon. Contest the point there, capture it, and now you're set up.
Nothing given for Tree. Johnny, nice shot
Another
by
huge
Lethal.
pick.
That is a critical pick onto Chorong.
Huge, but I don't know down. Both Lucios
right
down.
back though. Crazy Racoon still want to get into this. They still have something to say. Shu on the high ground though.
Ultraviolet has the Kitsune
move
rush.
forward into this point. It's a scary spot to play Ana. Stepping up is very risky into the pace that Nightmare can bring. Flanks coming in. Far spam as well. Cuppa holding the point. Crazy Racoon have the opportunity to go in, make some kind of a play. Lit. Pulse bomb goes wide. Lethal standing strong. Now, Crazy Racoon step up, force the cap. Nightmare need to make something happen. Nano onto Shu. Shu's already dead though, and they've kited this Winston Nano. Immaculate play so far from Nightmare. Cuppa low, but the pressure being split perfectly, and it seems like they're not going to give the flip.
Great stall by Cuppa on the point, allows Nightmare to continue capturing percentage here. Crazy
Oh,
Racoon
he
can't
whiffed it
find
too.
the opening. Junbin commits to Primal.
Primal is massive here, Johnny. Huge threat. Maybe the cleanup now starting to come in. Shu over to the Kiri. Wants to match the pace of the game, wants to bring some of that dynamism. Oh, and a nice Goomba from Junbin. Stood on Cuppa's head there to prevent the wall climb up. That's dirty. That is dirty.
He's saying he's about to have that
Still though,
barrage
Nightmare
too.
with a lot of capture percentage there.
And he's probably got the
And
third
Crazy
perk
Racoon,
by
I mean,
now.
they
It
were forced to
sucks
use the
him.
Kitsune Rush themselves and the Primal. He's saying
Lethal's got overclock. Admiral's got
Barrage
the
from
beat.
choke is massive.
Admiral could make a huge play here with the sound barrier.
You got to be so careful though. The threat of the Ajax is incredibly real.
They're probably gonna beat and
Farah
rush in.
He's
hovering
looking
right
for
over
it.
the top.
There
Here
it goes.
Looking for the connection. Admiral low. Didn't Ajax though? Didn't force the beat.
Yeah, at least he didn't try and
Zera
beat.
trying to stay alive behind, being hunted now by Chorong, by Lip, forced into the recall.
He's gonna get chased.
Lethal.
Lethal.
Lethal
Gonna
with
commit elsewhere in the
overclock.
fight. Wits is extremely low. Needs a connection on a jump, and he
Oh,
grabs
we got the Mega, though.
Headshot follow-up.
Oh,
Is there
we still
more?
did.
Perfect connections out of Lethal. Shuts down the tank from Crazy Racoon. Opportunity for
There they
Nightmare
go.
to get
Now
the
they're
early
showing up a
flip in
little
the
bit.
fight. But recalling off the map.
Oh, Lip
A
recalled off
rare
the map.
mistake from one of the best players in Overwatch, but you need that for Nightmare, and you need to run with it. Heesang as well, on the high ground, doesn't want to get cleaned up, but may have
down.
no
Yeah,
options.
Heesang's
Looking
what
at
his fuck
dancing
just hiding
around,
up in
but
that
there's
thing.
follow-up.
Oh, they got
And the
him.
point has been Nightmare's hands this whole time.
Nightmare here actually coming up on double support ultimate themselves in a great position here to close
Alright,
out
they're
this
showing
point.
up
Chorong
now.
Lip forced to
with the
recall.
sound barrier.
Both teams have beat.
We're on Ajax watch here.
Oh, it's such a threat from both squads. Bait from Admiral,
Alright, both
same
beats
time for
land.
both teams. They're looking to focus fire kills. Lethal in the crosshairs. Crazy Racoon, pulse
With
bomb
the
attempted.
pulse.
Oh, and
Oh, he still gets the kill, though.
By Heesang, what a sick combo follow-up.
Oh, he's saying,
Admiral
yeah,
low,
pulled him off the
ultraviolet.
thing.
Don't think he can pop the Kitsune rush. At the same time, those were some important ults out of Crazy Racoon. Nightmare have the time for the retake, but they're only going to get one shot.
They have Kitsune
This is
rush
the
and a
round. This
pulse.
is the
They can
map
get this.
potentially being threatened by Crazy Racoon.
Both teams are going to have
Ultraviolet
Kitsune
with the
rush, though, and
Kitsune rush
Jumpin's
here.
about to have Primal.
But so does Shu and
So it's gonna be
Junbin
tough.
coming close to
Primal.
that Primal Rage. Junbin is a real playmaker with this Primal Rage. Could make all the difference here to close out Lijiang Tower.
Primal is a problem. Zera dueling, but under the watchful eye of that enemy Farah. Such a scary spot to be. Needs a bit of heal to move in on the flank. Junbin inching ever closer to that Primal. And Lethal, he's found opening picks before, but in this moment, surely it's too much. Rushes, now traded on the point.
There we go,
Chorong
both
takes out
Kitsunes.
Zera. Player advance to
Zera
Racoon.
down, though.
Ultraviolet low,
Ultraviolet
cleaned up,
down,
barrage
Admiral
over the top.
down.
And this is
Ooh,
Crazy Racoon
man.
taking map one. Nightmare had a chance in this second round, made it competitive, found a bit of footing in this series, but in the end, it's the Raccoons going up 1-0. And that's the start they were hoping for. This was your map pick, Nightmare. It wasn't enough. These guys are just...
Fan found MVP because he came out clutch with Roadhog swaps, with Wrecking Ball play, which we hadn't seen all tournament long.
Here he
So
is.
when
Yeah, I
it
like
mattered
Junbin.
most,
He's my favorite
Junbin
team player,
remains
though.
in the lineup here for Crazy Racoon. And now looking to repair the damage that was done yesterday on King's Row.
And Crazy Racoon sticking with their guns. The Farah Tracer, you can't really question it. The way that Heesang has been performing on the Farah has been immaculate. The
Yeah, they ain't
perks
been
have
able to
really
do
taken
shit
Farah
about the
to a
Farah.
new level, giving her massive consistency across these
Even
maps.
in
We've
the
seen a
last
lot of
series
teams
with
ban Farah on
Team
Team
Falcon.
Yeah.
The threat that it poses coming over those rooftops,
Farah is
the
just seems
possibility of
crazy.
playmaking with the barrage, massive.
But it's just so
Nightmare
disruptive
still
getting hit with those fucking
workshopping the
rockets and
comp,
shit.
thinking about what they're going
And
to
you gotta
play. Have the
look up
opportunity
and
to scout
try and
the
look at
defense
her.
and make adaptations that they
And then
want
that
to.
barrage is really strong.
Zera, though, going to the Tracer. I mean, on Route 66, I mean, maybe the Genji was a cover pick on King's Row, but come on. Anybody who saw that Route 66 map yesterday has got to put some respect on Zera's Tracer. He may be one of the best in the world right now. Lethal also deadly on that Hanzo, true to his name. And the Brig Juno, I love this for Nightmare. This has been another bellwether comp. Heesang's gonna have his work cut out for him. No conventional hit scam to go up against him, but Hanzo, low skybox on this map can be a real problem.
Lethal on the Hanzo. Can he find the picks required to open up this point?
Instant aggression, Crazy Racoon swarming over the attackers, not giving them even a moment to breathe to look for picks.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just be
Directly
super
to that
aggressive this
Hanzo.
whole
And
series.
here's Lev getting healed
Just
up,
try not to let them have any
fighting off Zira, cleaning up
breathing
the ram in the
space.
backline. Lethal, instant swap over to the conventional hit stand. Maybe Cassidy will be the way, but Crazy Racoon, if they continue to play with this pace, with this level of
I don't know
aggression,
about the Cassidy.
Nightmare need to react, and here it is. The Winston swap.
I haven't seen a
They
single
wanna match
team
the
even
pace.
win,
They
like,
don't wanna
anything
try to
with the
bunker
fucking
through it. I
Cassidy.
think that's a wise call. Trying to survive the onslaught of Crazy Racoon is an impossible task.
You need to be ready for this aggression now. Crazy Racoon, they're sitting back, but Junbin
Cassidy just seems like so
threatening here.
fucking bad,
Zero,
dude.
Zero finds a crucial pick
Oh,
of the shoe,
nice
actually.
pick.
On Shu, carry for carry, blow for blow. Nightmare up one. This is the opportunity, and they need to strike. They need to open up this opportunity, turn a hole. But Lip strikes right back, taking down the opponent main support. Lethal trade, so still player advantage for
That's
Nightmare,
it.
closer to their own spawn.
No
Crazy
support
Racoon,
here.
they're looking for
The
the
Curie
retake.
can get back pretty quick, though, with
Getting
this
the health
step.
pullback, giving up a bit of cap time. Awkward for Nightmare, though, having to come out of the spawn with Crazy Racoon controlling that area of the map. They're trying to put some pressure on this hotel area. Racoon gonna be back at full strength. Pulse bomb for Lip, very close. Needs to get a connection into the backline. Recalling away for now. Low blinks, low cooldowns. Kuffa, though, also forced out of the fight. Both teams licking their wounds.
Both Tracer's got a
under
pulse.
immense pressure, dropping extremely low. Lethal,
Lethal.
Lip.
Oh, took Lip down.
And Kuffa, very low pressure.
Heesang is stuck
Bubble
here.
needs to carry it, but there's the support. Ultraviolet.
Nice, they
gets
should
the
have this
cleanup, and
cap.
This should be the opening cap here. Does Jumpin want to primal this? Would be an insane play. Shu has found one.
Kitsune rush?
Kitsune from Shu. He gets his one. He says, I'm going to rip this.
Junbin?
I'm going for it.
Primal?
Junbin primal.
Dang.
They're all in now. They have to make this hold. Very expensive situation.
That's gonna be crazy if they hold
Fail
this.
here would be very costly for Crazy Racoon, but I think they're starting to put this together. UV and Admiral have stayed alive, though, but not Zira under pressure. Couldn't get any support under the pressure of that
Damn.
primal. Now Nightmare,
That's
though, want
insane.
to strike.
I thought for sure they had
Iron's
that.
hot, still playing for the tempo.
And
Barrage with the
orbital
Kuffa.
Ray.
And every ult is being dumped here from Nightmare. Ray and High Noon. No connections, no kills. Admiral rallying as well. Desperate to stay alive, desperate to keep
That's
control of
crazy.
the map. Lethal, dove, bubbled, isolated. Pulse moment of Junbin is
Oh,
enough
nice
to
stick,
get it
though.
over the line, though. With no type of Lip.
Oh, but Lip
onto Admiral
gets one of his
still.
own.
Keeping this in contention for Racoon. They have no business on this point. And yet 3 minutes are already off the clock, Johnny.
Kuffa is going to build this Primal Rage. Now with a couple players out of the fight, Kuffa, could he come up clutch with this Primal Rage and make a play for his team?
Here it is. Shu down. Kuffa looking for more. Surely, finally, this should be enough. Zira trying to zone away those
The
flankers.
ball.
Junbin kills Ultraviolet. This is not supposed to happen, Johnny.
Junbin
Ball's
on
back
the ball.
in. No ult time for Nightmare.
Oh,
Do
oh.
they have to finish 99.5%? You cannot step up this point for Crazy Racoon. They're coming back into this one by one, stabilizing Junbin onto the Wrecking Ball, holding the point for now. Heesang
Going down now.
traded away.
But he got,
we need kills. We need
he got
opportunity.
Admiral.
Zira, is he going to be the hero for that team? No. Shu immediately bailing out his fellow support. Lethal, though, finds Junbin. Bubble on the high ground, standing tall. Opportunity here to continue this cap pressure.
Another Kitsune rush.
Shu is a god, unstoppable. Connection, though, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Off the blink from Lethal, dumping damage down. The hit scan finally
Oh,
coming
the
into
Cassidy
effect.
actually working.
But if Crazy Racoon keep playing this way, Johnny, I am worried for Nightmare. This is a team that has been in this situation a million times before. Crazy Racoon.
That was a
they're
crazy
playing like this
fucking
a
hold,
raid
though.
game.
That was
They're playing like
insane.
it's a scrim. They're just running it down on you. Nightmare, do you have what it takes to stay into this?
Incredible comfort on display by Crazy Racoon.
Shu goes over
Look
to
at
the brig.
Lethal on the Cassidy here, cleaning up on the point after Shu invested that Kitsune rush.
Well, he's saying was
Great
just
play
trying
by
to die
both
right here.
teams.
He knew it was
so
fucking
patient,
over.
so comfortable. You know, usually we see some teams prefer to play aggressive, initiate,
Yeah, for real.
commit.
I love Cassidy,
Both
man. I
teams
wish he
here
was better.
trading back and forth.
Big channel in the High Noon.
I
Junbin's
used to
gonna be
play him
forced
all
away
the
from
time,
this.
but I just think he's, and I still been trying to play him, but I just think he's
rolling the
fucking
card forward,
trash.
but Crazy Racoon coming up on some key ultimates. Pulse bomb barrage.
I think they need to
Nearly
give him
on
like a
line.
second
Lip
roll
pressing
or
at the back.
something.
Takes a bit of pressure from the sport,
Rico
though. Forcing
force
a
here.
read. Has some blinks, pulling attention away. Here's barrage over the top. Do they see this coming? No.
Oh
Heesang with 3.
my god.
4.
Four.
Unstoppable
Holy
here now.
shit.
Crazy Racoon taking full map control. Tracer being hunted down. Surely no escape for him. Surrounded by the rest of Crazy Racoon. 0 on 1 HP and even gets delayed on the next spawn wave.
Damn, that was a huge fucking
They are being
barrage.
surrounded, punished from all sides. The Farah Tracer, a signature style for Crazy Racoon, paying dividends. Nightmare under massive pressure, and they are struggling.
And not bad enough that Heesang gets this 4K
They're hitting out
barrage,
the air with that
but
Joker.
Ultraviolet committed the Kitsune rush. Now swapping over to the Juno. They want this double speed to work out. They want to play with pace, but losing that big ultimate, that could hurt them with only a minute remaining.
So much pressure on Lethal. The onslaught is immense. Chorong has that orbital ray. Kuffa with the primal could be the hero. Maybe it'll be Zero with the pulse bomb. But staying alive itself is a tall task. Torpedoes there over the top. Heesang and Shu find their ones. Now pressure on Cart, but no real threat to win the fight here. Once again, Nightmare.
They're gonna come back with primal, but Jumpin's about to have primal too.
The team that we saw yesterday,
Oh, they got
Johnny.
Heesang though.
Nowhere to be seen on the server. This is all Crazy Racoon. They are dominating in the tempo battle.
Crazy Racoon at their best. Last year, winners of OWCS Dallas and the Esports World Cup. Second place at the OWCS World Finals, and now here on Championship Sunday, they want to make it happen once more. Up here against Nightmare in the lower bracket final. Nightmare fighting for their lives here on Kings Row.
Jumpin, master in the clutch, has been in these pressure scenarios before, despite being a good player. But here's Kuffa into the backline, getting the pin, breaking the corner. Shu dances his way out of it. Lethal, though, finds Lip in the chaos. No support for the cart. Here's the counter primal from Junbin. Can he bring this
They're
one
just gonna
back
try and
under
knock him
massive
off the
focus line
fucking
pressure?
shit.
That health pool dwindling by the second. Lethal getting massive heals. Here's Shu
Oh,
with the rally
stuck him.
over the top of the barrage.
Heesang with another 4K barrage. Holy fuck,
Refusing
dude.
to lose. The Raccoons make the hold on second point. It's only Zero, but
Two
he's
4K
not long
barrages
for
in the
this
same
world.
round. That's
and
insane.
now Nightmare, Kings Row slipping out of their grasp. Feels like they have to make a full hold here.
man.
They have to hold first, but look at the smiles on their faces. Another day
That's
at the
fucking
office
crazy, dude.
for Crazy Raccoons. Another, Chorong's just chilling, man. He's relaxed.
They're probably so fucking
He's
mad.
cool. Shu on the brig, immaculate. And just the full court press here from Crazy Racoon. You're being hit from all sides. Nightmare trying to play this hit scan, trying to keep Lethal alive, trying to get him into the engagements. But the pressure
Barra just
getting
seems
to them.
too
I mean,
good
they're
to not be
really
playing her.
on the defense. And Crazy Racoon is taking liberties in this match.
The Genji ban has really set Nightmare back here. Heesang playing the Pharah to perfection, and Zero just can't match that playmaking on the Tracer. Find a couple of picks here and there, but can't deal with Heesang in the sky, and cashes in with two 4K barrages there on the defense.
Nightmare need a very big hold on first point. The threat of picks is massive. Zira gonna trust in the Pharah here, gonna take a risk.
They're gonna,
play for
yeah.
this heavy
It's been
spam
popular
damage.
to go Hanzo and
Racoon.
try and get a pick off the rip with him.
Could be a difficult walk-up for them, could be a difficult point to capture. But with the way Lip and Heesang are playing, when these ultimates come online, it is a scary prospect. Curious to see what Racoon go with. They're gonna go with just some scouting heroes for now, seeing what the opponents bring to the defense, making their tactical
They might just be
response.
trying to get a
This looks like a
What's
team
it called?
destined to go to the grand finals, Johnny. And Crazy
Oh,
Racoon
they're
gonna go
running-
out with the Torb
they're
Sim, the
running
classic
fucking
hazard
Torb
counter.
Sim.
Zero on the Pharah though, Lethal on the Soldier. I mean, these DPS are gonna be pretty free here. This is a bit of a risky call for Crazy Racoon, and Kuffa has played against this before.
Zero here go for a big rotate.
I mean, this is a gambit, Johnny. This comp has been good in the past. Crazy Racoon were one of the teams to popularize it. But overall, across the board, I like the comp from Nightmare. They evade the second TP rotate, seeing it coming.
So hard for Nightmare. They're gonna get collapsed on here.
Flanked a bit, but can you actually catch people? Far, no, but it's Shu. Does it himself.
Oh,
Here's
man.
Junmin
They're
finding
already
the
down
second
two.
connection. Zira trades one, but now Kuffa surrounded, hit from all sides. Ultraviolet 1 HP, and the Torb Sim.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
The
cap.
beam strat comes out in the
And that's how you can get
playoffs.
back quick, like
And Nightmare have no answer. They're staying alive
Racoon
behind,
did.
setting up for a potential recontest, but the cap is being stacked by Crazy Racoon. Heesang's back on the Sombra. Very scary spot. Somebody has to come in for the touch. Admiral booped away. Can't get the connection. Now Ultraviolet hacked, finished off by Shu
There's a
again.
contest.
And Nightmare crumbling, no support. Surely an impossible task
Oh, and
now.
he capped. And Cup has
Trying to
already
even
jumped
stay
in and
alive, to
shit,
stay
so
on the map is too much. Lethal kills Led, catches him sleeping a little bit there.
jumped in for the
But
contest, but
Crazy
didn't get
Racoon,
it.
it
and
seems
just
like they've
fucking-
just done enough. Shu creates picks where there are no opportunities. He makes it happen.
Bit of a pocket strat coming out here from Crazy
He's
Racoon.
going
And
to the Echo.
this is something that Nightmare haven't practiced against. Rarely in scrims you get the opportunity to
back
practice
to Torb.
the rotations you have to make against an Orisa composition like this. And now Crazy Racoon,
God, playing against
with
Torb
that quick
Symmetra is...
offensive attack on the first point,
I
they
hate
bought
it.
themselves 5
Those
minutes
turrets
here
are annoying as
to
fuck.
cap out on the second point. Nightmare, it's going to be a momentous task here
This is a team that's not scared to take risks. Junmin straight to the back line. Shu with the rush. Overwhelming Kuffa. No tank left to make the hold. Nightmare, Zira. Barrage coming soon.
Damn, dude, they're just
the one to turn
rolling.
this around. Nobody else has the tools to get it done. The cart barreling toward that golden box victory. Here it's Zarissa onto the back line. Zira finds one. Hasn't deployed the barrage yet. Shu is low as well. There's an opportunity for Nightmare to make something happen. But Zira is down. Shu defeats him in battle. Lethal finds one. Captain contested. Admiral low shield. Punished. Spin on the guard. You have to touch into this. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And Crazy Racoon.
Yeah, you have to like try and contest to the point, so
though.
you just gotta fucking die.
Overclock pop. Lethal wants to get a cleanup, wants to reset the attackers. Just gonna
Alright,
force them
hold.
off the angles. But man, this map rests on the edge of a knife. In 4 minutes, this feels impossible. Here's the beat from behind. Chorong flanking in. Shu again onto Ultraviolet. Caught by the downpour. Zero finds
Nice.
two. Barrage opportunity, but the wall on
The
point.
sim wall.
So difficult to fight into Sim in this spot. And Lib
Oh man, that's over.
cleans it up on the Symmetra. What can't
Yeah,
this
he
guy
fucking
do?
rolled him.
Incredible play from Crazy Racoon here on King's Row. I mean, to bring out the Orisa
Yeah, it ain't looking
Symmetra
nothing
strat
like
here,
yesterday.
These guys are different.
This is not the Crazy Racoon we saw yesterday when they played Max on the Hazard, New Queen Street. They were messing around with Jundin's Wrecking Ball and Lip on the Soldier. This is a Crazy Racoon squad is coming into the Championship Sunday, prepared, ready to go.
They're not fucking around.
Finding their kills, finding opportunities, winning their ones. It's what you need on Circuit Royale. I think a Sojourn Genji look here can be very strong. In general, I think Nightmare is going to get more or less exactly what they want from a matchup perspective. The question is, can they really deliver? Can they turn that into a map win? Building some kind of momentum in the series, and Shu is hovering it on a. Good lord, that is scary. I feel like Rig is a way better hero, but this is Shu. All bets are off.
I mean, there's long sight lines on this map. I mean, I don't think Ana's bad.
Especially with these high grounds that the defense can access, going to set up Shu
He's
here
saying
to
on the May,
land some filthy
which I think
biotic
May
rays
is
as they walk up.
really fucking
Shu's
good on this
access
map
the
too.
Shadow Realm yesterday. Like this,
It
not
looked
about
really
the
good
high
yesterday.
ground. This guy's a demon, sent to nade your backline.
Look, I'll say it again, Jake. Final boss aura.
Yes, you load in against Shu yesterday. Once again, why is the boss music playing? Here it comes. Nightmare coming out of spawn. Lethal looking for an opportunity on the Widow. He's saying has elected to the May. It's a bit of an odd comp for Crazy Racoon. The Ana and the May, a bit of anti-synergy. Nightmare are all in on the Brawl. The Genji, the Brig. They are going to take it here, bringing the pace, taking the opportunity. The nade from Shu was good, but not enough to secure kills. Crazy Racoon are going to settle into a more passive pace here. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Lip to be delivering these big rail connections on the Sojourn. He's got a full charge.
These rails are
you better believe they know what's coming.
Nice deflect from Zira. Stays
That
alive.
really sets everything up.
This opens a window here for Nightmare, and Kuffa finds the pick on the Shu.
Critical kill now.
Nice.
Crazy Racoon struggling on the back foot. Without the Ana, they cannot sustain these positions. They're going to try and hold off, going to try and stall for that respawn to come in, but Nightmare stacking the payload, forcing Max's hand. He has to come in and make this hold. Kuffa at the choke point, pressures the ice block out of the May. Option to continue to target that, but Shu's back, looking for a nade. Potential to turn this around. These Nightmare players, they know the threat that faces them on the high ground. Max cooldown's running low, and he's saying the headshot out of nowhere on a Zira. Stakes all the wind out of Nightmare sails. Kuffa is low, Admiral under pressure too.
Oh, walled his ass off.
Kuffa in on the Ramatri. He's trying to tank as best he can, but Max is cleaning up the backline.
And this is the style that Crazy Racoon want to play with this May and the Ana. They want to stall out these fights as long as possible to open.
That would have been a really fast cap if they got
the biotic
that.
grenade or potentially the May ice wall. Nightmare, they get the first pick
Decently
on the
damn
Shu,
fast.
but aren't able to capitalize on that. A lot of defensive positioning for Racoon.
Racoon has orbital ray and they have blizzard.
Ramatra, of course, one of the more defensive brawl tanks in the game.
Lethal will have overclock coming
So
up.
Nightmare, they need to find
Ultraviolet
that
with the
pick
orbital
once
ray.
more, but then capitalize on it and finish out the fight.
Nade on the Kuffa. He's under pressure. Does have that form to stabilize. Speed ring has been used by the defense.
Coming up, and he's gonna pop
Blizzard,
that shit
though,
immediately.
could look for something.
There it goes.
OC, pop by Lethal, has it up first. Crazy Racoon playing in cover, trying to survive this. Here's the Blizzard though, zones off the attackers. No one, it seems, is frozen for the moment.
Zero
Zero
low.
is so incredibly low on 1 HP.
Lethal gets Heesang though.
Chorong trades it back on a
Zero's
UV.
literally like
It's a
one as
bloodbath
fuck.
here on the point.
Oh,
Combo with the
both back
ultimate.
lanes, yeah.
Does he want to rip it? Does he want to try to close this one out? Lip has the OC, and without
Oh,
Zira,
popping off.
surely this is a bridge too far, but
Annihilation?
Kuffa says no. He's going to rip it. Max forced to trade that back. Ult goes 1 for 1, so Not the worst economy trade, but Crazy Racoon was shooting the Ana on the high ground. Capping this first point feels impossible. They did dump all 5 ultimates to make that happen. Nightmare.
Yeah, Zera's gonna have the blade.
This
And
is
there's nothing
very
really to
winnable.
stop it. Oh, he sings over on the Pharaoh now.
has been played this tournament. It's very hard to get this point A cap, and even then, point B has been an achievement here at this level of play. Nightmare. Oh,
there's
it's
a
a bionic
blade.
grenade.
It is
Yeah,
massive.
bio right off the
He
thing.
can't full commit. Shoot.
Oh,
Misses the
nice.
sleep. Ultraviolet finds Heesang. Kuppa, though, under pressure, trades on to live before he goes down.
Nice, I think they can get this
Showrock,
cap.
but they're so durable on this point. Lethal needs to find a kill. They need to clean this one up quickly. Showrock knows the
Oh,
pressure is
fuck,
coming his
Kuppa's
way. He
down now.
falls back, being chased now into the back line, but he stays alive.
He just
Max
won't
is
die.
so tanky. He just won't go down. Spawn is
Heesang on
coming
the
in for
Smithra.
Nightmare. Heesang on the sim. Forced back fast. But once again, Nightmare have been stalled out, caught in the mud.
Damn,
And the
dude.
threat keeps coming from Crazy Racoon. No ultimates on the field except for Admiral's Rally. But Shu's nade feels like an ultimate. Has been deployed already. Admiral Rally on the point. This is a difficult spot for Max now. Under pressure. Has used form. Being
Admiral
attacked,
got the
being
rally
bashed,
going.
being threatened. Zera is low. Kuppa slept.
Lethal's closest to the
And Nightmare
overclock.
just can't get it over the line. Come on. Somebody's got to find
10
something. Players
seconds.
low for Racoon. Low on skills.
Kuppa
But even
inside.
Sim is stepping in to stall the point.
Lethal
Everybody
needs to
trading
play here.
damage.
Can he find it?
Oh, he's
Oh,
way,
no,
Johnny.
dude.
Crazy Racoon are holding. It's a nightmare for the North Americans, and they fall at the
Damn,
first
dude.
hurdle. It is so
Full
painful.
held. That's brutal.
How does Max not die there on that defense? It's incredible patient play from Crazy Racoon. The awareness of the mitigation tools available to them in that kind of composition. And Shu is just, having a field day on that Ana, landing aggressive.
He's saying hitting that
bionic grenades they can
fucking
capitalize on, but
sim
also
right click when he was
keeping
one shot
Max
is crazy.
alive on the Ramatra. And Nightmare, they just couldn't capitalize on the openings they did find. They're hard to come by at this level of play, but there were a couple of times there you have to ask yourself, what could they have done better?
Now they got a full hold
close out
back
those
or it's
fights and get
fucking
the cap.
over for him.
Just incredible endurance.
You got to be feeling
Nothing
like
less
shit
than
right now.
perfection required from Nightmare to defend, to make the full hold. Crazy Racoon can set up themselves perfectly. They're going to have so many opportunities. Nightmare need heroics right now. Admiral is going to go over to the Ana, try to replicate what Shu was able to do on that defense. And Crazy Racoon can taste
Let's see what Crazy
the
Racoon
opportunity
does.
at a rematch against their nemesis. Falcons await. in
I'm
the
honestly
grand
surprised
final.
they didn't ban the Pharaoh.
But Crazy Racoon, they're destined to be there. They're destined to take this matchup. Nightmare interlopers, it seems, only contesting for a mere moment, facing elimination from the tournament. It's been
If they full hold this too, that's
going
gonna be insane.
But Johnny, it feels like it's about to come to an end. Crazy Racoon are showing no weaknesses, no openings.
The pressure's got to be
Nightmare,
immense
everything
right
is
now.
so stacked against them.
Oh,
lethal!
it's fucking.
Johnny, it
Oh
hurts.
my god.
You need to know that the Widowmaker is
Dude.
a possibility, and now Kuppa throws himself on the payload. Stall it out.
Is there a trade? Hold on. Nightmare found life in this
You need
fight.
to retreat. You
Yeah,
need to regroup here.
So far from the spawn, you're exactly right. Cart is gonna roll. Max playing with confidence. Does get slept. Forced back, using form, but I mean, Cart is rolling forward. You're totally happy with this. In
That's
the end,
crazy
I
to
think those
get
counter
picked
kills
by
from
the
Nightmare
Widow like
are gonna
that.
get them the opportunity to defend this corner. That is crucial. That keeps them in this map. That makes it possible. But it's not gonna be easy. They need yet more.
Here's the speed ring.
Zera now being attacked on the flank, being pressured. Heavy resource
Zera's
commitment
low.
from Crazy Racoon, trying to clean up that flank. Compass left as well, forced back.
Max
Shu was hitting
punching.
everything today. Moment of stabilization, full cooldowns though. For Max, starting to move forward, starting to pressure Zera. Caught in the vortex. Compass still holding incredibly well with
Holy man,
lethal
Lip
again.
is going off, dude.
Insane kill, Compass native,
Oh
headshot.
shit.
And everything's falling apart. Zera, the hero in the moment, the deep flank, the second. Supports are
Wait,
down.
Zera gets two though.
3v3.
Surely this is too much for him.
Zera's gonna
Here
get
he
the blade.
comes into the back line.
Oh, he goes down.
Oh.
But he's done enough, I think. Those kills.
You can't stall it out here. Admiral's gonna get close to the nano-boost here. Kuppa's alive as well.
If Zera can get back
Should
with
be able
that
to get
blade.
back and stall out this card. Crazy Racoon, they're going to play it slow here and regroup here.
Zera, the hero that the moment required, kills both supports. Denies Crazy Racoon the easy finish. It's gonna be a fight. Zera has
He's gotta
blade.
do something with
Such
that
a
blade,
scary
though.
spot to go aggressive though.
Nano blade here.
Lip finds one
Lethal's dead again.
Undeniable.
Oh, man,
Zero.
Lethal's
Oh,
getting
hit the
wrecked,
handle.
dude.
Needs to make a play.
There goes the
Here,
blade.
connection to the back line. Looks for more. Sleep threat. Cocked away. He can't quite get there. He's saying the savior.
Oh.
No, the barrage over the top. Shu stays alive. Lip with another. This man was
Lip
born
with
to
the-
play in the grand finals. Here's Lip now swarmed over by
Cuppa,
Cuppa.
Couple gets
But
two,
the guard,
but
the guard, Johnny. Cuppa just barely makes it back in time.
Annihilation.
from Max. Cuppa.
they both
responds
popped
in kind.
annihilation, but
But he's the last man
oh
standing.
man, he's going down.
Flanked
That's
from both
it.
sides and Crazy Racoon
GG.
are going to
Dude,
one
Lethal
more
got
grand
shit on that
finals.
last round, dude.
Nightmare they came.
They had like
so
a whole
far.
different,
What a showing from them in this tournament.
whole damn different series than
But Crazy Racoon-
last time.
Nothing less